Her husband was a 25-year veteran who suffered from post-traumatic stress and committed suicide last year. She created a foundation in his honor to help other veterans, servicemen and women, and their families improve their lives. Her son is an active duty Marine. Amanda.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Thank you for being here. Throughout my husband's military career, he spent a lot of time overseas, many deployments, and very, very dangerous missions. Unfortunately, on his last deployment, they were under enemy attack, and not everyone made it. The things that my husband had to go through, he had to live with after he came home. He was diagnosed with PTSD, but unfortunately, like many of our servicemen and women, this was his career, this was his livelihood, and he was too scared to go get help because he did not want to risk being labeled as unstable or weak. Unfortunately, he did not get the help that he needed. He had a family to support, and he ended up joining the ranks of the, on average, 22 veterans a day that commit suicide. My question to you is, how can we ensure that our military men and women understand that it's okay to get the help that they need and that they're not going to risk their careers, that they are not going to be labeled? How can we enforce and ensure that, especially my son's generation that's coming into the military as careers, that they understand that it's okay to get the help that they need? How can we change the stereotype?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you so much for sharing your story, creating your organization, because this is something we just have to talk about more. And I honor your husband's service, and I thank your son for his service. And I thank you for your service, because you're serving along with him. And, you know, sometimes the weight of battle comes home. And we see this all across our veteran populations. 2 points I'd make. The first is, I have instructed the Joint Chiefs and up and down the chain of command that they have a responsibility to destigmatize mental health issues and issues of PTSD, and help to explain to everybody in all of the units under their command that there's nothing weak about asking for help. If you break your leg, you're going to go to a doctor to get that leg healed. If, as a consequence of the extraordinary stress and pain that you are witnessing typically in a battlefield, something inside you feels like it's wounded, it's just like a physical injury. You got to go get help, and there's nothing weak about that. That's strong, and that is what will allow you then to continue with your service, and there shouldn't be a stigma against it.